Good morning, friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. Actually, it's afternoon. So good afternoon, friends. I think we are finally out of the rain, which is nice, but also kind of sad because I'm pretty sure we won't see any more rain except maybe a light sprinkle here and there until November. So I think that was it. The barn doors are probably closed for our rainy season. It's always bittersweet. It's nice to have time to get out and work, but it's sad because it's very strange coming from the Southeast. Growing up in the Southeast, it's weird to come to a place and live in a place, I've been here for 20 years now, but where you get no summer precipitation at all. It's strange. Anyway, today we are hardening off seedlings. That's what you saw me doing earlier. All these guys are out. Some of them will go out today. However, I do see 2 fresh rat holes in the garden, which is a good thing because that means I can put traps out exactly where those are. But that makes me not want to put too many things in the ground yet. I want to set a whole bunch of traps tonight because they won't get rained on. So I want to catch as much as I can tonight. That's another reason these guys are sitting out, because they could use an extra day of hardening off. It's still quite cool outside. Yesterday, I did bring out pretty much all the succulents. This is generally where I keep them during the season. They hang out here, they get water occasionally, but otherwise they just really enjoy this full sun location. And then I have little collections in various places. So we've got some aloes here with a mixed collection. And then over here, aeoniums, and one that I cut back completely and didn't think it was going to survive, and now it's happy. And then I also have some in various places on other parts of the patio. But today, the focus is going to be on potting up these begonias. They are ready. They have pre-sprouted beautifully. And I've created a plan. Here's the 3 containers we're going to use. Now, I won't be putting all of them in here because I have more that will go somewhere else. But in this central container, we are going to put these 4 Samba pastels. I'll try to pop a picture on the screen for you because they are an upright form. They will fill this pot beautifully. And then in the 2 pots on either side, which I have to dig up these California poppies and chrysanthemums and plant them in the garden because they're beautiful plants and they will be happy there. We'll replace all the soil in these 2 pots with cactus soil. That's what's in this one. And then we're going to have 2 trailing varieties in these. Well, I take that back, 1 trailing variety. So we're going to do a Superba white in the back, which is an upright variety. And then in the front, there's going to be Splendid Ballerina Apricot, and that will spill over the front. So I think this is going to be just a stunning display if it all works out. Now, these guys don't want full sun. And if the cushions stayed off of the chair that's behind these pots, they would be in full sun. But this is the north side of this chair. And so during the season, there's big tall cushions on it. And these pots will not be completely shaded, but they'll have a lot less sun than the cactuses right next to them. So that's what I'm going to put in there. If I notice that they start to struggle, I can always move them to a different location. That's not a problem. So we're going to get started on that. First, I need to pop out these seedlings or plants and put them in the cottage garden in a nice location. And before I start that, I mean, they're almost spent, but isn't that a gorgeous display? I have so enjoyed that. And it's hard to tell right now because of the way the sun is, but from the house, we can see these, and that Laura Petalum that's bright pink flowers on it right now echoes it right behind there. So it's just been really pretty view from inside the house. Okay, so I'm gonna get these guys popped out. We'll find a place in the cottage garden for them. And something else exciting, the garden collection that I ordered way back in January, I totally forgot about. It's 3 plants each of lots of beautiful perennials, has shipped. And so I'm hoping in the next couple days to get it, and then we'll start putting those in the landscape as well. So I'm really excited about that. Also today, I want to do a little bit more pruning back here in this bed. I want to take this lavender back just a little bit, and the lantana as well. All this dead stuff is a creeping time. It will come back. It'll be okay. And then we've got yarrow back here. But I do want to get up these leaves and start getting this area back here. I'll add more fresh compost since we have it up front. And I think I'm going to plant a whole bunch of dwarf sunflowers back there. They won't get any taller than, you know, the window here, and it'll be a beautiful little line of plants back there. But there are some weeds I need to get out. There's some like local clover and stuff that needs to come out. And yeah, I just want to tidy this up a bit and get it ready for planting. So that's the jobs so far for today. We might still take some of these squashes out front. I have 2 beds, raised beds that are protected that I can put them in, that the crops that are currently in there are bolted and they're ready to come out. So I need to look at my crop plan and make sure I get them in the right spots. But yeah, it would be great to get some of these in the ground. I'll show you what I already have in the ground out there. And tomorrow, hopefully, the plan is to go out to the farm and to transplant these guys. These are 2 types of sunflowers, and also to string trim at the farm, and then start treating for weeds. And what we're going to use is vinegar. And vinegar itself, 5% dilution, the same kind of vinegar you buy in the store. I'm putting that in a backpack sprayer, not diluting it, and spraying that on all the weeds, and it does an amazing job. It's really, really good at killing anything you don't want living there. And it's not toxic for you or for animals, but I have to be real careful not to get it on the plants that I do want growing there because it will kill. So that is the plan for the next 2 days. And so I'm going to get started. Let me get these guys transplanted, and then we'll move on to planting up the begonias. So these guys are all planted up. And then I put the final two in this container here. This trio has a star jasmine in it, which is really going crazy. It's about to bloom like nuts here. I can't wait. And then this is a Fire Island hydrangea. And this area gets morning sun and some dappled sun during the day, but for the most part, it's like in the late afternoon, it's in the shade. So I think there's two in this pot. I think they'll do great in there. And I do need to add a little bit more soil. I have a couple more bags. Clouds came in and now it's cold out here. So I'm gonna go try to clean up that bed and at least get it tidied enough so that I can add some of the new plants when they come in, hopefully in a couple days. Okay, that bed is done. Now I know it looks extreme. I cut back the lavender super, super hard, as well as the lantana. And if it doesn't come back, then that's fine. I'll just get new lavender. I think it will though. And the lantana, I don't know, I cut to where there's buds. We'll see. But now you can see where all the space is to put these new plants that are coming in, hopefully in the next couple days. And in that load of new plants, this is what we're getting. 3 of each. Achillea, Peter Cottontails, that's yarrow. Yarrow Summer Pastels mix. Caryopteris, Pagoda Dark Pink. Phlox, Pan Glamour Girl. Phlox Fashionably Early Crystal. Pycnanthemum Mudicum, that's mountain mint. That's awesome because I need that. And I tried to grow it before, but I've had a hard time for some reason getting it started from seed, which is crazy because it is a mint. But I'm definitely going to be putting this in. It's going to be a perennial. Sedum Autumn Fire and Veronica Splash Blue. So these I'm super excited about. That's what's coming in a couple days. And I'm excited because I have places to put them and that bed will get nice and filled up. It needed a major cutback because, you know, especially lavender, if you don't really cut it hard, it kind of just starts to grow, get really leggy, and all of the growth is out on the end, and then you have all this wood behind it, and it's just not very attractive. So that's taken care of. Like I said, if the lantana doesn't come back, no big deal. I can put other perennials in there, but I am going to start those junior sunflowers, which I think get up to 18 inches high, and I can either put those in the back or I could put them on the front border. I did pull up all the time because 99% of it was dead. So not a big deal. It's been there for 3 years, 2 years, no, 3 years. So it's just time to put new thyme in, and that's fine. Creeping thyme is easy to grow, and you know, I can just pop that in everywhere that I have bare soil. That's really the whole point of it, is to keep a nice impenetrable mat of growing plants in there so that the weeds can't take hold. All right, that's gonna be it for me today, you guys. I feel like I got a lot done. There's still a lot more to do. I am gonna leave all of the cucurbits out overnight on the table. The tomatoes, I put them back in. But these guys, I'm hoping to plant out tomorrow, and maybe the tomatoes as well. But this evening I'll go out and set a bunch of rat traps. Hopefully we'll catch a bunch, and I can feel a little bit better about putting things out. So far the stuff, watch I say this and then I go out tomorrow and everything's been eaten, but so far the stuff that I put in the birdies' beds is all still there and hasn't been munched on. So fingers crossed, and then we can start planting out. It'll be really nice to get the greenhouse kind of emptied out. It'll be great. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful time in your garden, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.